others.
Do you know what Ricky said is going to be?
What?
It's going to be more annoying.
Yeah, well, I just thought.
But this is a wonderful hypocrisy of it, because you've just been agreeing with me about how you hate people who are annoying.
Yeah, but only to friends. People like. The thing is, right. I've got to say a couple of things, right. The reason I sort of torture Carl is because I don't know. I've got friends with defects. I don't know why. All my friends are slightly weird or stupid or something wrong with them. Carl's little round head. Brain of a fish. Right?
Yes.
I can't get my hands off his head. Robin Ince, he's got glasses. He waddles funny. He's got little thumbs. His thumbs are too short. Right.
Sure.
I can't keep my hands off him. Right. My mate Rob, who did the flannels with me, he's got a perfectly round head. His teeth protrude slightly.
He's in America though for when you need a round bald head, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly. When I go to New York, or and he looks me like Dave Hill from
Interesting
Slade.
that you're collaborating on a book, but he chooses to live in America.
No, yeah. But could I just say also that I do not advocate the use of vices on friends' heads. It's dangerous. Do not squeeze your mate's head in a vice. That's just between me and Carl, and you know. And
Ricky Gervais is an experienced annoyer.
And he probably wouldn't let me do it, to be honest. I have to offer him an awful lot of money. Also, do not smoke. There's no point. And floss. I wish I'd flossed when I was a kid. Also, if you've got a bicycle or anything like that for Christmas, please wear the correct safety gear.
Whoa.
What?
Well, I got a bike as a kid.
Yeah.
Right? And my dad, you know, I think the helmets used to come with them and what have you. I popped it on, went out on my bike, coming back into the garden. Dad sees me. He said, "Come here." I said, "What?" He said, "I never want to see you wearing that helmet again. You look ridiculous."
Oh, wow.
He'd rather take the risk.
No one looks good in them though, do they?
Yes, they do. Wear the helmet. Neil Young and Heart of Gold on BBC Radio 2 with me, Ricky Gervais, Steve Merchant, hello, and Karl Pilkington.
Alright.
We were asking for the worst Christmas gifts you've ever received, past or present, and there have been some absolute stinkers here. Pete Archer says, "I'm diabetic, and I once got 3 big tins of sweets." I mean, that's just rubbing it in. Cheska says, "I once got a Christmas tree from my brother on Christmas Day."
Was
Long-term present, isn't it?
Yeah.
well, it depends.
What do you mean?
Was it a plastic one or a real one?
We need more information. I got a fly mode from my 85-year-old gran, which was nice, but for the fact that I live in a flat.
Well, you could do the carpet.
There's one here, it says, Sid from Leeds, he says, "I once received a PlayStation 2, which I really wanted. I didn't open it for a few hours while we had lunch, and I was looking forward to playing the game, a bit like you with your ZX Spectrum.
Yeah.
I opened up the box, and much to everyone else's enjoyment, there was 2 oranges and a pair of socks."
That's cruel.
But that's like, I mean, that's what kind of a family's that? I mean, in Carl's case, he actually forgot to buy the pack.
Harvest Festival, the vicar's got a PlayStation 2.
Yeah.
It's just the wrong label, isn't it? Yeah, he couldn't believe his luck. Coming up, actually, talking of vicars, a lot of vicars listening, apparently. I don't know how many that is. I don't know how many there are. But, Carl's gonna do a sermon. You remember, last week, he insulted vicars, saying they only work 1 day a week. He made a vicar swear.
Yeah.
Who said, maybe if I, give up my 1 day a week, I can become a DJ and do bugger all week. You made a vicar swear.
Yeah, but I didn't mean to, I just...
No, Gillian Oliver's phoned in, and she's the press, officer for the Church of England, and invited Carl to do a sermon. We've risen to the challenge. Carl's gonna do a bit of a sermon. We just say, that's when we've picked on. We're open to all religions here.
Yeah.
Maybe, in the future, Carl can do a sermon, for another denomination. I don't know, you know.
Well, it just depends, though, how sort of thick the book is.
Right.
So you want a religion with a smaller book?
Just a smaller book, and...
I just say I view all religions equally, because I am an atheist. So I truly do view all religious beliefs equally. But, you know, just because I don't believe in it, a lot of people do, and Carl is gonna basically sum up the Bible. That's what we're doing today,
Should we play a record and then come back with the first part of Carl's sermon?
I cannot, I mean, honestly can't wait. I feel like squeezing his head during this
Do it,
record. Stones, Waiting on a Friend. Great track.
Amazing tune.
So, Carl, you've studied the Bible over the last couple of days.
Well...
And you're gonna give us basically the Bible abridged, is that right? Just, condensed?
Just that, you know, it's that time of the year when religion...
Well, let's save it. Let's do a sermon. Everyone settle down at home, turn the radio up. This is, Reverend Karl Pilkington with, the history of the Bible.
Alright, thank you very much. Right, well, thanks for coming. Starting off, you know, I mean, I started off at the beginning of the book, what have you?
The Bible, we'll call it for the sake of argument.
Right. there's quite a bit missing. It doesn't say about how sort of God was already about, so it doesn't go right back to the beginning.
Right, okay.
God's already knocking about on that.
Yep.
Anyway, he made the world, right? He did all that, right?
Yeah.
He sorted out sort of sun for in the day and that, so everything's light and you can see yourself about.
Right.
He did the stars and the moon for at night, right? I was thinking about that. If I was him, I probably would have just let it be day all the time rather than having two systems.
We're not criticising.
No,
gods.
I'm not
Okay.
having a go. I'm just saying. I mean, it's easy now, isn't it, in hindsight, to sort of say, do you know what?
It's easy to really criticise him, but he was working.
He sort of loosened the top. You just got it off. Yeah, sure. Yeah, he did a lot of the work. Yeah, cheers.
No, I'm just saying though, like they mess about with the clocks and that because the farmers getting up in the dark and that. If it was day all the time, less crime and that. I'm just saying it might have been worth an idea.
He missed a trick there, is what you're saying.
But he moves in a mysterious way, so you don't know why he's done that. He might be thinking something that your small brain can't really.
Fair enough. I'm not having a go. Like I say, I'm just reading it and thinking about it. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
Yeah,
Education, get yourself
Absolutely.
thinking.
Yeah,
right?
go on.
Anyway, so he did all that. He made the sun and that, and then he said, "Oh, make some creatures and stuff." He made a load of birds, loads of different birds, creatures, animals, and that. Because with the world being so big, it's like if you buy a big house, you need more furniture, don't you?
Right.
So he made this, and he was like, "Oh, God, what am I going to fill it with?" So this is why he did all these.
Right. That's
animals.
not actually in the Bible. You
No, this is-
speculated there on the mind of God.
Well, I'm sort of just treating it like it's his big house,
Right.
isn't it?
Okay.
And he's filling it, he's making it look nice, different birds and what have you. Right? It's just my opinion. Like
It's
I say.
making it sound like the Playboy Mansion.
Yeah.
So anyway, right, so he does all that, and he thinks, right, I'll make a little man and a woman,
Sure.
who we all know as, like, Adam and Eve.
Yep.
Everyone knows their names, but at no point is their surname mentioned. Right?
Well, he's not going to have trouble with the post, is he?
So anyway, right, Adam and Eve are knocking about. The God says to him, look, just enjoy yourselves and that, right? Do what you want, but I'll tell you this. I'm only telling you once, he said. He said, don't be eating fruit from that special tree.
Yeah.
So, they were like, alright, fair enough. He said, the tree that I'm talking about is the tree of knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's sort of made it a little bit worse, because it sounds good and that, and you're like, oh, knowledge.
Yeah.
Well, don't go in that door. Yeah,
Is that
exactly,
sort of thing, instead of just sort of not telling them. Because I don't know, see the tree of knowledge, what it had on it, by what I can work out, is it's an apple tree, right? And it's pretty tempting, isn't it, to a little cheeky apple, because I don't know what they were eating back then.
Right.
Do you know what they were getting by on?
No, I don't know.
Right, so anyway, so they were like, yeah, alright, whatever. Eve goes for a wander about,
Yeah.
right? Killing time and that. Bumps into this snake,
Oh, yeah.
and Snake said, said, alright, you got an apple, right? And he was selling it, so he was going, it tastes good and that, right? And she's like, well, shouldn't really, but, you know, I've been told that I shouldn't eat that, because I think God said to her at some point,
Oh, get on with it. You're on page 1 at
This
the
is
moment.
absurd,
This
Carl. We
is
gotta
just
get-
unbelievable.
I know, but I'm just painting.
Just get to the point. You're on page 1. You haven't moved on. Just get. Okay, we know Adam and Eve. What have you learned?
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying, he was saying don't eat it, because it's
Yeah,
dangerous.
I know. We know. Get on with it. Just get on. I mean, oh.
But the thing is, people do eat things that are dangerous, don't they? Like, and pufferfish, even to this day, people are eating stuff that can kill them.
Yeah.
So it's not a threat. They're not that bothered. It's an apple, right? They're going to have a little cheeky apple. Anyway, they eat it, right? God goes mental at them. He said, I told you not to do that. I've told you can enjoy yourself and everything. You've gone against what I said.
Oh.
You've eaten the apple. Adam and Eve sort of got told off and what have you. They went off and had kids. That added extra pressure. A lot of arguments happened, and that's kind of part 1.
That is amazing. That is amazing. So, oh, you're an idiot. Really, you are an idiot.
Well, part 2 later then.
You better buck up your ideas in part 2.